So today what we have in the studio is the XTU S7 PRO Action Cam. This is probably our first time review on a action camera. So the S7 Pro comes in a very standard packaging whereby you get the camera, the user manual, a battery, USB cable and a quick release mounting. This one you can use it to mount it on your bicycle or suction cup, on all sorts of mounting options, as long as it is compatible with like the GoPro mounting. So the action cam itself is pretty standard, just like many action cams. At the front you have this main camera, a display, microphone array. At the back here is a huge display. At the top, power button, record button. On the side we have a rubber flap, which when you open it up, you can see a USB Type-C port. You will use this to transfer data as well as charging the battery. There's also this speaker on the side here. Now at the bottom, this is a quick release mounting option with magnet, easily aligned to the mounting kit. On the other side here we have this sliding door. So once you slide it, then you can see the battery is located here. So they have a pull tab for you to pull out the battery. Very simple mechanism, you don't need any sort of springs to do it. And the battery they have provided is a 1800 mAh battery. We are very impressed with this one because the battery life is really amazing. I will talk more about it later. And then we have a micro SD card slot over here, which I already removed the micro SD, but this is where you put a micro SD card. So when you put everything together, it just goes in like this. Now this package does not come with any battery charger dock, but they do sell a separate battery charging dock and additional batteries if you want to purchase that. And also this thing is not waterproof, because if you want to bring this to, let's say, water park, snorkeling, any sort of water activity, you will need to get a dedicated waterproof casing for it. So to power on this device is very simple, just press and hold the power button. And yes, the indicator noise is quite loud, and we have LED indicators on this side as well as at the front. This is to tell you the status of the camera. So if you were to recording, it will blinking, so front and back they will start blinking. The screen itself is a touch screen for you to change all sorts of settings. So you can slide down to access a quick menu here. You have all sorts of settings you can do. For example, like you can turn on Bluetooth, you can lock the screen in case you don't want to accidentally mispress anything. And this one is a auto rotation, because right now if I were to rotate the device, it will detect the orientation. You can see all the elements has rotated. So this is very useful because sometimes you want to record vertical videos, then all the videos will be correctly oriented during recording, so you don't have to do it in the post. This is a very convenient quality of life feature. Now in the settings you have way more configurations you can do, so it is totally up to your recording preferences. Now let's talk about the button functionalities. If you press the power button, single press the power button, it will go into a mode cycling. So basically you can use it to quickly change different recording modes. For example, normal video, lapse video, slow motion, quick stories, underwater, car looping, video and photo, night scene. Then we have raw photo mode, long exposure photo, burst photo, timing photo, lapse photo, and normal photo. Then we go back to normal video. How are you going to use the front facing display here? You have to hold the record button for 3 seconds. And then there's a beep. And yep, the front facing display has been activated. Now the front facing display is basically just a display. There's no touch functionality. You cannot use it to change any settings. So once you enable the front facing display here, it is up for you to straight away start recording. So you have to remember to configure your video settings before you switch to the front facing display. To switch back to the back display is the same. 3 seconds holding the record button until it beeps. Then we're back to the rear display. Now for the video recording formats, you have multiple formats. This one is capable of supporting up to 4K resolution. Right now we are recording in PAL video format, so 50 FPS is the highest. 4K 50 FPS is the highest settings we can go with this one. You get 4K HDR, 2.7K, 2.7K HDR, and 1440p 4:3 is probably my favorite settings because you will get a native 4:3 aspect ratio video, and you still can record up to 50 FPS. Why 4:3? Because instead of 16:9, you get more real estate at the top and the bottom. For those who want to record higher frame rates, you will definitely go down to 1080p. So 1080p, you can record up to 100 FPS. So if you record in NTSC video format, you can go up to 120 FPS. Still not enough? You can still use the 720p because 720p can go up to 200 FPS or 240 FPS for NTSC. Now, speaking of which, for an action cam, another aspect that is also very important, which is stabilization. The gyro EIS, they have a couple of different configurations. Super is basically a basic stabilization if you were to use it for very basic sports. Basically, when you wear it on your body, you can choose to use Super Gyro EIS. So it will not crop too much from your available FOV. But if you were like me to mount it on my bicycle mount, which will get really bumpy, you probably need to use the Super Enhanced. This is, I feel like it is much more stable compared to the Super Gyro EIS. So Super Enhanced is the name itself. Tilt correction, it can auto-correct the video up to 10 degrees of leveling. So if you were to mount your camera slightly offset, like slanted, they will still correct it up to 10 degrees so that it kind of even out the videos. Now the next thing is basically very similar to tilt correction. Horizon stabilization is basically they have much more room to adjust up to 45 degrees left or right. And lastly is the most amazing one, 360. So you basically can rotate the camera 360 degrees, but the video footage will remain level. So these are different types of gyro EIS. You can choose depending on what kind of video you are recording. I have tested recording 4K 50 FPS on full charge. I'm getting about roughly 70 minutes of recording time. Now, 70 minutes on 4K is quite impressive, but what really impresses me is a full charge. If you record in 1080p 50 FPS, I'm getting about 3 hours of video footage before the battery runs dry. So a single charge, 3 hours of 1080p, I think that is more than enough for all sorts of activities. Now, if you think that is still not enough, you might want to get an additional battery and a dedicated charging dock for it. Otherwise, if you purchase this particular package like this one, you will only get this camera, a battery, and the USB cable. So that means whenever you want to charge the battery, you will need to plug into the device itself here. Personally, I'm not a big fan of plugging directly into the device, but hey, if you are the type that perhaps you do all-dex cycling, when you cycle like 200, 300, 400 kilometers, that could take more than like 5 to 6 hours, then you will probably don't mind using this kind of external power bank and then plug into the camera directly. Now for the price of the XTU S7 Pro, it is $159 US, which is considerably more affordable than the current market popular models like the DJI Action Pro 6, or the Pro 5 even, maybe even the Pro 4, if you're comparing them brand new. Of course, you have the option to purchase used units, but you won't get the full warranty coverage. If you are looking to purchase multiple units of these action cam, the XTU S7 Pro is a decent option for you to look into it. So that's all I want to share. If you guys have any questions or comments, you can leave it down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.